Hi and welcome. In this video we're going to be looking at the web module. Now the web module allows us to build little mini websites inside Lightroom that we can put straight from Lightroom up to your server. And then it's a really good way of sharing your images and getting out there. Now in this video we're going to explore the interface. We're going to have a look at what all the buttons, what all the knobs, what everything does. And then in the next video we'll be looking at creating a web gallery from start to finish. So that being it, let's get on with it. My name's Ken Fisher and this is LiveLink Training. Okay, the place we need to start now is in the library module because we need to get organized. It's really important to select the images that you need to select when you're moving into one of these modules, the book, the slideshow, the print or the web module. Now on this one, if you can see what I've done, I had a recent trip to the air show at Duxford, and I've got quite a few images of that, and this is probably half that I started with. But what I've done is I've created a collection, and I've just called that collection Web Gallery. And all I've done is I've picked out a variety of images, 20 images, and I've dragged them into that web gallery. Now that web gallery goes all the way through Lightroom. So once we've got organized, and the great thing about a collection is that you can move the images and you can change the order. So here I think, well, this guy here, I think I'll drag him and I'll drop him with these other people here, some people shots. I quite like that. So we're starting off with some people, then we've got the aerobatics, but we've got one here that's really a little bit out of place. So I'll move that to be with the Spitfire. So now I've got some biplanes, I've got a couple of jets, and then I've got the end. Oh, just a minute, we've got some here that's out of place, so I'll drag them and drop them into place. And then when I look, I've got, oh no, that's a jet one as well, so I'll move that one. That's the crossover. Quite like that one actually. And then we've got, yes, the warpler. So we've got a bomber and three of a Spitfire. Right. So now we see we can change the order and put them in the order that we like. That being done, I can now go into the web module. So I'm just going to click on the web module. And it'll come up with, as you can see, lots of different things. Now we'll start on this left hand side, and we've got the preview, and this shows us whatever we're hovering over. Now underneath the preview there is templates, and these templates, if I just hover over, you'll see it gives me a brief preview of what I'm hovering over, and these are all different web templates. Now you may think that's the best place to start. And it's one. It's basically, you can use a template and then change it, make any changes you want to it, and then save it out as a user template. But for the time being, we're just going to look that there's the template browser and there are collections. And you can see here that I've got my web gallery collections all ready to use. And if I click on that, you can see that I've now got my 20 images and nothing else. So I'm not getting confused by having lots of images. Now in the middle here, this is where you see the preview of the little website. And up at the top here we've got create save web gallery, because at the moment I haven't saved it, and what we need to do is to save it out correctly. Now let's go down this right hand side, and the first one is layout style. And this is really just it's like a brief or a smaller list of templates really. But we've got the classic gallery look, which is this one. And then we've got what's called the grid gallery. You can see here that it's in a little grid, but it's got a lighter background. And they do tend to be a little bit more interesting if you've got a bit more space around them, I think. And then we've got the square gallery. And this is where it puts them next to each other in squares. And we're getting on now to more looking like more the iPad sort of things. And then we've got the track gallery, which is very similar, but it's just got, basically it shows you the whole image. So here you can see we've got a portrait image, and here we've got landscape images. So we're not chopping any off as we're doing with the square one. But again, you've got all these images, and then if you click on one, it takes you into another area where it shows you it full screen. Okay, and you can actually find more galleries by clicking this Find More Galleries Online button and load them into Lightroom. Or, as we're going to do, you can create a zone. So that's the layout style. Then we've got the site information. Now the site information is the stuff that goes up here where it says Lightroom Gallery. Just scroll up a bit, Lightroom Gallery up there. We've got the author, we can put a name in. And we've got an author URL, so if you had another website, then you could put a link direct to that website. Underneath that, we've got the color palette, and this is the color of everything, the background, the text and the icons, and we can change it all. And next we've got the appearance panel. Now here we can just change what's called the row height, which basically this will just make them smaller or make them larger. And we can space them out, and we can show the header, which we're going to be doing, and we can have a floating header as well, so we'll be looking at that as well. And then we've got the image information. Now image information, we can actually put a title on, and we've got a caption. Now both of these can be brought through from your metadata, so if you put captions in at the start when you're importing, then you'll be able to use them on this. Or we've got a host of things we can put in there. We've got a custom text field, a date, we could have the equipment, and it will actually put the equipment that you're using, your camera, in there. Now the output settings next. And the output settings here, I've got a quality slider, so on the larger images, when you click through on one, I can decide how good quality I want the image displayed, and I can go right down to pretty ropey quality like this, or I can go right up to 100% quality, which is like your full resolution JPEG. We've got metadata, we've got two choices. We can choose just to bring the copyright information through and embed that in the image, or all your metadata. That one's a choice you have to make. If we want, we can watermark. And the upload settings, well, this is where you put in all your information that's necessary that you'd get from your web provider on the path you need to upload direct to your server space. And then we've got at the bottom, we've got an export and we've got an upload. So export will export all this website into a folder with all the correct things in place for you to upload that manually if you wanted to your server space. And we've got upload, which is obviously upload. It can't do it because it's empty. I haven't put any stuff in. But that's, we can upload direct to your server space. And then at the bottom here, we've got a toolbar. If you haven't got a toolbar visible, then just press the T key and it'll bring it back for you. And here we've got a range of tools that we can use that we'll be looking at in more detail in the next video. And that's it for this video, a brief overview of the web module. Do join me in the next video where we'll be looking at putting all this into practice and making a web gallery from start to finish. Now I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment under the video. That would be great. Give me a like on Facebook. It's always welcome. Well, okay, that's me wrapping up for the night. I'll see you in the very next video. Bye for now.